July 22nd, 2025. Clerk, call the roll.
Mr. Halter?
Here.
Ms. Hudson?
Here.
Mr. Warner?
Here.
Ms. Hermes?
Here.
Ms. Walther?
Here.
Mayor Moore?
Here. And Mr. Lee's got an excused absent. Okay, we have a prayer by Maria Walther, and then we'll have a Pledge of Allegiance led by the Legion Commander.
We just passed the 4th of July, but we should always remember to thank God for thy gifts. Thank you for this country that you have given your blessings from sea to shining sea, for placing me in this heavenly institution that we call the body and the life of this nation in the United States, Greenhills. On this day, I would like a little more of your blessings. To the veterans here present and their families, they gave so much to keep this country free from all enemies, their families who did not have them at Christmas or Thanksgiving. We thank you for keeping us free through the veterans that we have here present. Dear Lord, remember those veterans who are not present, who are not buried in American soil. For those who are buried in Luxembourg, in the American cemetery there, with a cross that reads only known to their maker. Sorry, Lord, this is a long-winded prayer. You know that there are those veterans who came back, but not whole. Some with their body missing a part, some of them paralyzed. Those that we don't know of, they're homeless, and those who keep us free but are imprisoned with their minds with PTSD. I also pray that you always keep us one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We pray to you through our brother Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns now and forever. Amen.
And then Maria is going to run down there and do the pledge with the commander. If she can get through.
Join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would like to say a few words,
Okay.
if we may.
Yeah, we heard about the walking path and everything that you're putting in, and the Legion is behind you 100% on helping with this.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yes, wonderful.
And as soon as we get enough information, I can pass it on to the guys, and then we'll get something in the works.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we have the minutes of the previous council meeting for June 24th, 2025. If there are no corrections, minutes that shall stand approved.
Well, I had a question, but I don't know how to proceed. If our attorney present here, Mrs. Puthoff, would you tell me how to proceed? I have a question on the meeting of the last time that we had together here. And I have the charter that says that the Recreation Commission shall be a continuum body. And I was left with the impression that it may not be a continuum body. So I don't know. I was present when they did that new rechartering or whatever it was, or revision of the chartering. I knew there was a change made that instead of 7 members would be 5 in order to facilitate the volunteers on that. But I don't know exactly the way it was put. It makes me doubtful that it was a continuing body. So I don't know if I should bring this, or you bring it up to Mr. Forbes, or maybe we can accept the minutes pending perhaps an amendment later on or something. I don't know how to do this.
Table it. So, you guys are welcome to discuss. I mean, I wasn't at that meeting, so I don't know exactly. I will tell you what I'm seeing or hearing, maybe 1 or 2 different options. You can either choose to not adopt them. And if they need to be amended, you can always wait until the next meeting. So, not adopt them, table them, whatever you need to do. If there is an amendment, that can happen, and you can make that motion and move forward at next month's council meeting. If you
Okay.
don't see an issue with it, pending discussion, you're welcome to do what you do. But if there is an amendment, that's possible. We can always do that.
Is it delayed?
Minutes?
Yeah.
Sure, but I think we might have a bigger issue because I'm not sure that our code is consistent with the charter.
Okay, well then, yeah, that's gonna be a bigger issue. So
Yeah, and
I think if,
And I thought that the charter was the body, whatever, in command
So
of.
Cole sent a letter to you.
Well, I think,
Yeah,
I think if
Okay.
I can make a recommendation that we just table it for now.
Right.
Or give you a chance to take a look at that email. I was just looking through the minutes. I'm still having a tough time identifying that exact area. It didn't fall under your report as far as I can see. And since the email came in today, I think we need time to look at it and discuss it. So I'd like to.
Yeah.
That's okay with me.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, I'll bring it
Do
up
I-
at the next meeting.
And do I
Okay.
have to make a motion for that?
No.
or
I just
Don't
won't,
approve them.
I won't ask for it.
yeah,
Okay.
just
Okay.
don't ask.
Okay.
Okay, we have no proclamations, public presentations. First person on the list isn't here. Fire Chief Tony Spade.
Yes, yes.
I am here. Good evening, everyone. Comments, statistics for June of '25, we had 34 EMS runs, 15 fire runs for a total of 49. So far this month in July, we've had 30 EMS runs, 17 fire runs for a total of 47. And currently, year-to-date, we've answered 266 EMS runs, 120 fire runs for a total of 386, which is just 4 behind the same time last year. A couple of notes. Wanted to bring some equipment with you. This is called a thermal imaging camera, and we bought this in 1995.
Wow.
30 years ago. It was $15,000.
Wow.
And we bought 2 of them after several years of turkey raffles back in the 90s. Okay? This is the first generation. We have 2 second-generation thermal imaging cameras that we carry in the officer's seat on each of our fire trucks. This is what they look like now.
Oh, my.
It's the size of a cell phone. This unit costs $800.
What?
Wow.
So we purchased 3 of these last year. I carry one in my chief's vehicle, and we carry 1 each on the engine and the Quint. So we have a palm-sized thermal imager, second generation, and then we have these. We've budgeted to buy 2 more of these. The goal will be to have 1 of these in every seat on every fire truck. But you can see it can hang on a coat, and the firefighter can use this. This thing weighs 8 ounces. This thing weighs probably 6 pounds. So just thought it would be neat to show you this. This is a very versatile piece of equipment. We can see heat signatures on here. When firefighters are crawling through zero visibility environments, we can see where heat is, fire, and then we can also identify potential victims. We also use this from the outside so that we can scan the building from the outside to identify where the hottest part of the building is. It tells us where the fire originated, whether that's first floor kitchen in the middle of the Charlie side on the back, or maybe it's a second floor bedroom on the outside on the front, on the top left. So just thought I would share this with you. These are really, really cool, and $800 versus $15,000. So just wanted to share that.
Maybe some days
These are
there'll be an
also
app for
good
that.
for
I was gonna say.
when we have auto accidents, let's say on Winton, and maybe someone in the vehicle decides to bail out and run. These work really well in Winton Woods at night. We can see people running away, which helps police officers.
How
How about bears?
That may have happened in the past a couple of times.
How about, does it see bears?
Yeah, you could see a bear, but we did not go bear hunting.
Unless it's cold-blooded.
So anyway, there's just a little bit of show and tell, just to show you the cost of things. Most things are going up, this is like anything else. Technology gets better, the price goes down, and the main thing is that it's an extra added safety feature for our firefighters. Next week, I will be attending a 3-day incident command training and certification class at Mount Healthy. And so we've adopted an incident command system in Hamilton County called Blue Card. And all the departments are in various stages of certifying for that. And so I will be doing that next week. Also wanted to let everyone know, you may or may not have known the flashing yellow intersection lights have not been working for a long time.
Yeah.
And so I've been working with Elex and getting parts and things like that. Long story short, they are repaired. So when Greenhills gets dispatched for an EMS or a fire call, those flashing intersections lights, they flash at Damon and Winton and Farragut and Winton, and they will flash for 12 minutes. And it's basically says watch for emergency vehicles. That tells motorists that they may see a fire truck or an ambulance or some sort of responding emergency unit coming through the intersection. So if those are flashing, I would just encourage everybody to keep their eyes and ears open. As I was sitting here thinking about tonight's meeting, I realized that when you guys meet, next month school will be back in. So I know the kids are not happy about this, but sooner or later here we're going to be seeing the school buses, and we would just remind everybody to slow down, especially during the beginning of the day when the kids are going, and then after dismissal. So we've got very good safety things in place. The road to our school has just been resurfaced, and we've got very good markings and so on and so forth. So I know various communities in our area have suffered tragic accidents where children have been killed and crosswalks and things like that. And so I would just encourage everybody to be on the lookout for the school buses and take safety in mind. Wanted to give you an update tonight. You hopefully will be passing resolution approving the contract between the village and the Greenhills Fire Department. And so I want to in advance thank all of you for your support for that. It's been a long road, a productive road. And so we have been, I'll use the term negotiating for the past 14 weeks, I think.
At least.
And so, we were this far apart, and now we're here. And so, we gave and received, and the village gave and received. But really, at the end of the day, the citizens are the ones that win. And so, beginning September 1st, we will have 3 part-time people in the fire station daily from 8 in the morning until midnight. And so this is new to all of us, and so we will have some growing pains, but we're going to go through those together, and we're going to continue to experience and learn and continue to get better. We are currently interviewing candidates, so from our current ranks, we've got several individuals who will be able to work a rotating schedule. And we're also interviewing candidates that will come in and work a rotating schedule. And then we will also always have volunteers. And so volunteers will be able to respond when we have paid people in the station to supplement, bring extra equipment, so on and so forth. And then we will be staffed with volunteers from midnight until 8 in the morning, 7 days a week. And so we're very excited. This is a starting point. Our average hourly rate is going to be somewhere in the $12 to $18 range, so it's not a lot, but we have a lot of things to offer. And we haven't gotten a lot of applications, but I will tell you the interviews that we've done so far are folks that are exactly what we're looking for. Career folks that maybe want a part-time job, they want a break from the department where they work at and make 18, 20 runs a day. They can come here and make 2 or 3 runs a day and share their experience and knowledge and serve the citizens of the community. So we identified, and we actually have a contract we're going to be signing with a third-party payroll company that we actually identified today. And so we'll be getting that in line. And there's a lot of work going on. There's a lot of work that's been done, as you know, over the past almost 2 years. And it feels like it's just beginning. But in the end, we're going to have something I think we're all going to be proud of.
Tony, where do you advertise when you're looking for employees?
Through the various fire department web links, the chiefs associations, Southwest Ohio Fire Chiefs, Hamilton, Butler, Warren, all of the neighboring counties are getting that. Of course, Facebook,
Okay.
and those kind of things. And so we've gotten, like I said, we haven't gotten tons of applications, but the ones that we are getting seem to be very high quality folks and the kind of people that we feel good about serving the community.
Thank you.
Any questions or comments from you?
I just wanted to say thank you, and especially to not only the fire department, but also Julie, because I do know that a resident reached out to her to ask if she could host another babysitting class. And even my children were able to benefit from that, and I heard that it was a good turnout. Very engaging in that they were able to learn a lot of safety tips and hands-on. And so I think that's another thing. I know growing up, I never heard of a fire department offering that. So I just think that that's awesome, and appreciate you guys still caring about the community and giving back. So yeah, and I think she shared that she had actually been on a run until like 4 a.m. that morning and still came in at 8 or 9 to teach them. So that was awesome. So thank you.
Yeah, the benefit of having folks in the station to make runs also will have people in the station to do more of those kind of things, CPR classes, and things where we can help the public in various ways.
That's awesome. Thanks.
So, thank you for your support. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tony. Okay, next, Jennifer Weichert from the Greenhills branch of the Public Library.
Good evening, all. Just a few quick reminders and an update on a couple of things. But summer reading is nearing the end. July 31st is the last day. So anybody who's been working on their trackers, bring them in, get your completion prize, the fidget ball, or the water bottle stickers, sunglasses, or sidewalk chalk. We have all of that in stock. Also, if you've misplaced it or you can't find your tracker, just come in. We'll give you a replacement one. You can fill it out. We're all understand that those things do walk off from time to time. Also, it is almost back to school time, which is hard to believe, but the library card makes an excellent back to school supply. Just wanted to get that plug in there for free access to all of the things that the library has to offer. Any person can come in, 18 or older, if you want, bring in a picture ID with your current address. A child can come in with a parent or guardian, or we have special child or teen only cards for individuals as well. But any child or teen is eligible for those as well. So we also have special teacher cards. So if you're an educator and would like some extra support, the library can help you with that too. We have also expanded our Discovery Pass partners. The Discovery Pass are free access to museums, cultural sites, recreational sites all across Hamilton County, and in the last year we've doubled the number of partners that we have. We have added just this year the Contemporary Arts Center, the Norwood Recreation Center, and the Whitewater Shaker Village. But we have a total of the Contemporary Arts Center, the Norwood Recreation, Friends of the Whitewater Shaker Village, Gorman Heritage Farm, the David and Nancy Wolf Holocaust and Humanities Center, the Cincinnati Observatory, the Heritage Museum, Taft Museum of Art, Pyramid Hill Sculpture, Park and Museum, the Great Parks, that would be good if any of them, including Whitney, and the Cincinnati Museum Center, the Cincinnati Art Museum, their special exhibits, because of course the museum itself is free. And then the American Sign Museum and the Harriet Beecher Stowe House. So all of those, you can go onto our website, chpl.org/Discovery Pass, and you can find more information about it. And most of them you're able to just download onto your phone. The Great Parks do request that you print them out, but the library can help with them too if you don't happen to have a printer at home. And then we do have some fun programs coming up. This week and next week have a number of different ones. Tomorrow alone, Looney Balloony will be creating balloon masterpieces at 11 a.m. So anybody who would enjoy a customized balloon creature or an other object, they will be happy to do that for you. We're also going to have a history lecture at night tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Rolling on the River, which is from the Cincinnati Museum Center docent, is going to come and talk about the history of transportation along the Ohio over the centuries since, from Native American to now. So that should be a very interesting one. And then next week, next Thursday, July 31st at 2 p.m., we have the Cincinnati Museum Center again coming to do awesome animal adaptations for kids, where they can explore habitats and meet and touch some live animals. And it is a registration, but we still have plenty of room. So if you go on to chpl.org, you can register or give us a buzz, 513-369-690. 444. Sorry, I was giving you the main library's number, 513-369-4441 for us at Greenhills. But we'll be more than happy to register you over the phone as well. And in August, we have our usual slate of all the fun stuff. We're going to be doing mini masterpieces for kids and teens so they can create their own pint-sized Picasso or mini Monet on Wednesday, August 6th at 2 p.m. We're going to be doing button making on Thursday, We're going to be doing button making on Wednesday, August 13th at 2 p.m. We're also going to have a meet a therapy dog opportunity, both for our adults with developmental disabilities at 10:30 on August 7th. That is a sign up, but there's also all kids could come and meet a therapy dog on Thursday, August 7th at 2 p.m. and you don't have to sign up for that one. So all kinds of fun things that will be happening, and we're gearing up back to the school. So we hope everybody will come and see us.
I just wanted to mention on Saturday, I was helping someone sign up for a library card, and I called the main library number Saturday morning, actually, and they were extremely helpful. So anybody that's interested in getting a library card, even if you're in a position where you feel like you can't get out that much, the whole digital library and audiobook thing is fantastic, and then they are very accommodating if you're having some problems, and they were able to work it out.
So glad that our vet could help you guys out. Our virtual information center folk are very talented at helping over the phone. When we can't figure it out, we've been known to call them as well and say, do you know? And often they'll be very happy to. So yes, you can apply online for a library card as well, and our digital resources are robust as well.
Thank you. All righty, thank you. All right, moving on. Reports of municipal officials, Municipal Manager Yvonne Kovac.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to review the legislation that's on our agenda tonight. And the first item is the second piece of legislation we have to pass for our recreation levy renewal. And I wanted to review a little bit. We had some questions at the last council meeting about some of the details. If approved, it's going to generate $37,811. And it does that annually. That number doesn't change. This levy was first approved in 2010, so we've had it around for a while. Since that time, we've used proceeds to fund such things as playground equipment at Palma Park, a new playground, Bradford Park in the village center, along with a light pole we put in there, if you remember, for safety. And we were also fortunate enough to have a pretty hefty private donation for that park as well, so that was great. We paid for the one-call notification system, a drinking fountain at Palma Park, which I think still has parts on order. We may have to replace it soon. Bike racks, picnic tables, we've used it for, this has been huge, matching dollars for new restrooms, now for the construction of the pathway that will go around our new park, along with funding from the Community Development Block Grant Program. We've done sidewalk repairs at Big Burley, a drainage project at Big Burley that included a really nice natural berm with trees and bushes and other plantings, which, as far as I know, it's working pretty well. We had some serious drainage issues going on there. And we do annual celebrations like Harvest Fest, Light Up, Greenhills, and Community Days at the pool. And there are probably tons of other things I left out, but those would be the main items that we fund with that money. It's a small levy. It's only a cost of $12 for every $100,000 of value of your home. That amount, again, the $37,000 that it generates for us goes a long way every year, especially in being matching grants and bringing other dollars into that recreation program. So be looking for that on your ballot in November. The next resolution is the big one. One of two tonight, one of three. We have all big stuff on the agenda tonight, it seems. For a new contract with the fire department as they work towards a successful transition to a fire company with paid part-time employees. And I may not be using the proper terminology. I know there's different categories, but paid staff. So that's pretty exciting. Contract does, which the chief was mentioning, calls for a 3-month transition period, September through December, leading to their official start date of January 1st. So pretty exciting, and I know you'll do great. Next resolution, also very big. We've been working, and Lori Stefano's here tonight. She was our agent that worked with us on this project for 2 years now, two and a half years. It's been a long time. We've reviewed a lot of users, but I feel we've really landed on a very good one in GraceWorks to occupy that. And his contract would allow the execution of that agreement with GraceWorks with the potential move-in date of December 1st of this year. If you remember when we started down this road, probably even before we had Lori, we had a discussion about should we renovate it, should we demolish it, what should we do with this? Council agreed to renovate it because we don't want to lose something that's been in our history, and the fear that if we take it down, would we ever build it back, and how much would that cost? So we are going to be embarking soon on the renovation of the building, which is exciting. It's out to bid right now. I think our contracts, our bids come in on August 8th, if I remember correctly. So hopefully in maybe a month and a half, you'll be seeing some construction going on down there as well. Just a little bit about GraceWorks. Their official name is GraceWorks Enhanced Living. They're an Ohio-based nonprofit corporation. And, okay, they actually started under, in another storefront at the rear of the shopping center. I think they were there when I first started here. And I thought the name was We Care. I'm not sure if I've got that right, but then they expanded. They've grown significantly and needed more space, and they expressed interest in our banquet hall, and they're very excited about it. I think they'll be really good community partners. They're looking forward to being out in the community. They'll have about 60 participants and about 30 employees on site every day. It is just a daytime operation, and when we'll be staying there overnight. I have a little bit more detail in my report that everybody has. So we will be leasing the property. We're not selling it because it's right in the middle of a lot of other property owned by the village. But there's an initial term and 2 additional terms for a total of 15 years. So let's see. I did get into the rent. Annual rent will start at $75,735. And we have a 3% increase each year, including during the renewal periods. So that is great. That's far significant over anybody, I think, other bids that we received for that property. They'll be responsible for the utilities, maintaining the equipment. Once they're in there, they'll take over like the landscaping, everything around their immediate property, so they have control over that, which is good. The big benefits to the village, it is a solid, stable user for the building. All of our other ones were kind of iffy, I would say, in terms of would they be successful or would they not be successful. The employee count is good, so that's great for our income tax purposes. The elimination of our property tax payment will also probably be a big one for us. That's many thousands of dollars every year that we may no longer have to pay. And again, I already mentioned the rent is good and a good community partner as well. So I already mentioned the December 1st move-in date for them, so we have that to look forward to. And then the fourth and final item on your agenda tonight authorizes the sale of surplus property. Much of that is a lot of the old stuff that was in the Malloy's building when our last user left, and an accumulation of stuff over all the years it's ever been in operation. So we're working with an auction company to put that all together for us, Worley Auctions. We're also going to go ahead and add the one fire vehicle that's going to go, and one of our police cruisers that was already on a prior list that council approved, I think in January of this year. So we'll be getting rid of those at the auction as well. Let's see, I already touched on the renovation of the banquet. That concludes the legislation, but for just the updates, again, we are moving forward with renovation of the building itself. I mentioned the auction already. We'll still be, I mentioned previously, we will now be doing the flooring work and the HVAC repairs that need to occur outside of the contract. It's separate stuff, so. Park path construction, we did have the pre-construction meeting, and the work should start by mid-August.
Oh, nice.
So that's very exciting.
I'll ask her.
And the work, again, is estimated to take about 2 to 3 weeks. And then for, that'll conclude my works.
If I could add one thing,
Yes.
because I'm not on community development presently, I'm on safety now, but during the long haul with Malloy's, one thing that I'm really excited about is we've had an opportunity, various people looked at that property, excuse me, and so what's really nice about this, I think it's a good partnership. Tony, I'm going to need some of your cough drops, but what's really nice about this is it's a business that does not rely on traffic. Some of the businesses that we're considering going in there, we're counting on pulling people from around the neighborhood and area and hoping to get people from Winton Woods, back to a restaurant, let's say, or something like that. Thank you. But so I do think it's a really good partnership. I think it's a tremendous win-win, and thrilled with you guys, coming in and really being a good match given our situation. Because we know how businesses are, we know how the battle that they fight just getting traffic, and to be back there kind of hidden, it's tough for certain kind of businesses. But this is I think an ideal setting for what's about to come in there. So looking forward to it.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Okay, moving on, Law Director, not Jeff Forbes.
I am not Jeff Forbes. I will take just a second to introduce myself for those I didn't get the chance to shake all the hands. My name's Hannah Putoff. I'm an attorney with Wood and Lamping, so I work with Jeff directly, and I go around and fill in when Jeff gets to take his 2-week vacations. So I look forward to filling in at later dates, but I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
All right. Clerk of Council, Teresa Lawley.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Okay, Chief of Police, Jeff Howarth.
Thank you, Mayor.
Jim.
What'd you call me?
Jeff.
I figure since Chief Space showed his toys, maybe I can show our new firearms to you.
Oh, wow.
I'm just joking, I won't do that. That would be against our policy to take it out, but we did implement them, and everybody's certified and trained on them, so that's a good thing. The troops really do like them, especially the optics and everything else. The accuracy is really going up. I'd like to thank everybody that came out to game time, albeit hot earlier this month. It was very hot, but we had a lot of kids come out, had a great time, ate a lot of pizza, played board games. A couple of us suffered on a basketball court, but lost a few pounds. Second, the bear. Everybody heard about the bear?
Yes.
You know, that was July 7th. It's hard to believe, time's flying. But around 1:30 in the morning, had he not got on video, nobody would have believed him. I know I wouldn't have believed him, so I'm glad he got it on video. That Facebook post, just to give you an idea, that Facebook post that I put out, I looked today, has over 254,000 views. So believe it or not. So
Will we get any money for that?
once, yeah.
Right,
Nice.
monetize it.
That would be
Let's
nice.
put up a statue.
You know, but I mean, I knew it would generate a lot of calls. We did get a lot of calls. We got calls anywhere from, are you going to kill it the next time you see it, to you're not going to hurt it, are you? And everything in between. So just everybody's aware, no, we're not bear hunters. We're not going after bears. We saved everybody a trip to the Smokies. If we get to see a bear around here, we all drive down there to see a bear, so. You know, talking to ODNR, they're saying about 100 in the state of Ohio. So, although not common, it's not impossible to have a bear around here. So, just be loud, bang pots and pans. It's going to be scared, it'll run away. So, have not seen it in Greenhills since then. Firearms and vehicles, I just like to bring that up, kind of public service announcement. If you watch the news, you see it's happening all over the city. You know, ever since we went to open carry, people keep their firearms in their glove boxes and their consoles. People break into cars, they'll leave computers behind, they'll leave money behind, they're just looking for a firearm.
Yeah.
We're not immune to it. We had it happen this week. So just make sure, if you're gonna carry that firearm with you in your vehicle, at the end of the night, take it in your home with you, secure it safely. We have locks, like I've mentioned before, up here. If you don't want to have it in your house, we got locks. Provide one for free. The library has them. Stop in there. But they get into the hands. You already got a criminal breaking in your car, so you got a criminal now with a firearm, and they're showing up. These stolen firearms are showing up on these violent scenes. So we're not immune to that, so please heed caution and take care of the firearms. Training. We're knee-deep in training. We got a lot of continued professional training. The state mandates 24 certain hours that we have to have, so all the officers are completing a lot of that right now, and that will go on through the end of the year. We're doing additional CPT training, in-service training on certain topics, high frequency, or high risk, low frequency stuff that it's always good to cover. Cooking with the Cops goes in conjunction with National Night Out's coming up Tuesday, August 5th, so that's before our next meeting. We welcome everybody out. Last year we had a great turnout. Hopefully the weather is a little cool and not too hot, but that's August 5th. That's a Tuesday, the first Tuesday of the month from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Down at Malloy Shelter. We'll be grilling hamburgers, hot dogs. We'll have the shaved ice machine there. I know that's a big hit. Giveaway for the kids. Trip Away will be there with goodies and drawings and raffles and so forth. So we look forward to everybody coming out for Cooking with the Cops or National Night Out on Tuesday, August 5th. Building bridges is going well. The next one is this Sunday. It's at a place we haven't had one yet. It's at St. Mark Missionary Baptist Church on Compton Road. So we have a lot from Springfield Township, a lot of residents and people from over that way that are going to be attending. So we welcome anybody for the crucial conversations. It's just, I can't speak highly enough about the program. So July 27th, that's this coming Sunday from 2 to 4, 2365 Compton Road. As far as personnel, just like to mention this past July 13th, Officer Moore celebrated 18 years with the department. So we value his dedication and professionalism to the department for 18 years now. And also coming up on August 15th, Officer Lenhoff is going to celebrate his 9th year anniversary with us. So our 2 senior officers been here 18 and 9 years. So we appreciate them and everything they do. Real quick, June statistics, we responded to 203 service calls for service. We accompanied 20 squad runs with the chief and his crew, 20 suspicious person and/or vehicle calls that we responded to, 13 domestic trouble runs that we responded to, no domestic violence arrest this month. 25 times we got mutual aid calls for neighboring jurisdictions that we assisted with. We issued 27 traffic citations, more violations, but 27 citations, 32 traffic warnings. We investigated 5 auto accident reports. We took 14 criminal offense reports. We took 15 the same time period, same month of June last year. This coming month, July, this month we're in right now, was a big month last year. We had 32 in the month of July last year. I looked today because that 32 was the most I'd ever seen. So far 14, so this month of July of this year. So hopefully those reports will stay low for this month, and it'll really bring our criminal offense reports down for the year. So through June, we've taken 84 criminal offense reports. During that same time, we took 87 in 2024, so we're down 3 reports. And I can, like I said, mention July of last year compared to July of this year. As long as nothing goes crazy the next 2 weeks, next week, 10 days, then we should be down on the overall. So that's all I have, unless you have any questions.
Nope. Keep up
Thanks,
the good
Chief.
work.
All righty, thank you.
Okay. And jump back to the municipal manager. She had an item.
Right, I did. I see Mr. Burkett here, and it reminded me that, council, I gave you a packet of information that should give you like the dates and the correspondence back and forth. And I know he sent me an email this morning, I think, regarding some items that he thought might be missing, and I will work on that as soon as I can. Just got that today. But I did want to mention to you your packet if you haven't
He
reviewed
sent
it.
you something
Yes,
to work on?
right.
All right.
So
Is
if you
that
review that-
something you'll email us then, whatever was?
Oh, I did email it to you.
No, I'm talking about one, was there stuff that needed to be added to it based on his email?
If there's more to be added,
Oh, okay,
yes.
okay,
Yes.
thank you.
But I can copy you on it, how's that, just so you know, for
Thank
sure.
you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I've got court receipts for the month of June. Bank balance ending at the month of June. June 30th is $42,649.75. Checks to be issued to the state of Ohio, $1,082.50. Hamilton County, $40.50. And the village of Greenhills, $3,459. And that's all I have. Later, I'll have a motion to create a committee for the Greenhills America 250. And Jim will talk about that more. All right, Safety Committee, Jeff Holder.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The biggest topic lately and for a while has been the fire contract. I just want to thank everybody involved. Yvonne's hard work, Tony's hard work, Deb, Jeff Forbes. I know that there's a number of people that behind the scenes that I'm sure I'm not mentioning. It's a lot to work through. It's trying to, our biggest concern, I believe, was to deliver against what we told the voters. And I believe we're doing that. So that when we went to them and said, hey, we have this levy, we need this money, we just wanted to make sure that we are delivering against that promise. And I think we've arrived at a very sound place, given the back and forth. But I want to thank everybody involved with making that happen. It is a work in progress, even after it starts. I think that, there's going to be things that need to be ironed out. But our whole goal is to responsibly cover the safety concerns of the community in the most fiscal way possible, and that's the goal. So we have a common goal, even though we have a contractor setup versus a volunteer setup, it doesn't matter. We all have the residents as our priority, and we want to keep it that way. Then the only thing I have in addition is our next meeting for safety is on Tuesday, August 26th at 5:30 PM, and that concludes my report.
Okay. All right, moving on, Surface and Streets, Melanie Hermes.
No report, just that our next meeting is Tuesday, August 26th at 6 PM, or when the safety committee is over, whichever is later. And just a reminder that school starts on, and before that meeting, so please drive responsibly. Thank you.
All right, Recreation, Cable Television, Rachel Hudson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We last met on July 2nd, and a couple of things that we went over were some things that we've talked about previously, such as the Town Park Path Project, the success of the community yard sale. One thing that I did want to share is we are going to be doing our Pool Appreciation Day again this year, and we plan to have that on August 22nd from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., and our rain date will be August 29th. If we get rained out, I would imagine that we would utilize the one-call service to let everyone know. If anyone's interested in volunteering ahead of time or giving us their information for Harvest Fest coming up in October, or Light Up Greenhills in December, please feel free to reach out to myself or the village. And then with Waycross, they had their premiere movie night on July 11th, which was so adorable. I did want to take a moment and thank Maria, because come to find out, Maria had actually sponsored students to be able to attend from Greenhills in honor of her husband. So that was beautiful. And the kids had fun. They came out. Waycross was a great host, and they had it set up. It was really nice, and of course did tours, and they allowed for the family to be there and all of the children that participated and teens. And they came up with the storyline. They came up with the manuscript on their own, and of course they acted in it and filmed it. The only thing that they did not do was the editing. So it was really impressive how it all came together, and they're going to submit it to see if it'll get picked up for any awards or anything next year. And of course, they are always looking for volunteers. You can even go in and learn how to work everything in their studios. They have a podcast room, all kinds of cool things. And if you're interested in that, I would encourage you to go there, take a tour, or you can call them at 513-825-2429 or email info@waycross.org. And that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
I had different dates on the member appreciation. I had the 23rd, Saturday the 23rd.
We'll go with that,
The
Saturday the
rain date.
23rd, and then the 30th. Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
I know we were throwing around so many
Yes, okay,
dates.
so I stand corrected. August 23rd will be our resident appreciation, and rain date will be August 30th on Saturday.
Great.
Awesome, from 5 to 8. Thank you.
Thank you. Community Development, Jim Bonner.
Thank you, Mayor. The committee met earlier today, and we discussed the formation of an America 250 committee to include Greenhills residents in establishing several activities around the America 250 celebration next July 4th. We mentioned in June's meeting a call for volunteers. There were some applications posted to the village websites, and so we've received a couple applications to participate. Just to kind of remind everybody, the committee will be composed of citizens to focus on kind of like the main objective will be the design of a memorial walk to commemorate Greenhills veterans over the decades since its founding and to present. And there'll be activities around the committee will be tasked to define the memorial, to help design it, and there'll be a lot of work around seeking and identifying veterans from over the decades, and just to kind of give you a little bit of flavor, and a couple other activities like community picnic and so forth. But I would like to say that Lisa Knack has stepped forward to lead the committee, and there's still an opportunity to join the committee. But with that said, I would just like to say that we plan to call the committee the Greenhills America 250 Committee. And I'd like to ask the mayor if he would recommend forming the committee, and just like to make a motion that we move forward with doing that, so we can begin the work that the committee is tasked with.
And we'll do that under new business.
Okay. So that's all I have. That was our main business from the committee.
Okay, thank you. All right, finance and audit, do you have anything you want to?
I do not, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, all right. Intergovernmental affairs, laws and rules, Maria Walther.
We didn't have an agenda at the time for lack of agenda. We didn't meet, although we're going to be discussing on our next meeting. So thinking of continuing discussion, it would start with a work session about the procedural steps for the agenda, how to proceed for our meetings here on council, and discuss that further on the work session.
Okay, all right. Okay, it's an opportunity for residents and non-residents to make comments solely regarding legislation that's on the current agenda. Non-residents must obtain prior permission. This is time for citizens to comment on legislation listed on the agenda for this session of council. When recognized, please come forward to the podium, complete the sign-in sheet, and verbally indicate if you're a resident of Green Hills. Then state your comments. Comments will be limited to 4 minutes. All right. Okay. No unfinished business. New business, resolution number 2025-R08-F. Proceed with submission of the question of levying a 0.70 mil tax levy in excess of the 10 mil limitation for the purpose of renewal recreation levy for the Village of Green Hills, Hamilton County, Ohio. Maria Walther, and we did it because it was in finance. He did it, I think, the last time.
Okay.
Or,
Should be Rachel?
Should
be Rachel. That's what I thought.
okay, all right,
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
okay, all right.
Resolution number 2025-R08-F. Resolution to proceed with submission of the question of levying a 0.70 mil tax in excess of the 10 mil limitation for the purpose of a renewal recreation levy for the Village of Green Hills, Hamilton County, Ohio. Whereas the Village Council desires to continue to provide the residents of Green Hills with necessary governmental services, and whereas in order to continue to provide services to the residents of the community, the Village Council has determined that it is necessary to renew the current recreation levy of the village as authorized by 5705.19H of the Ohio Revised Code for recreational purposes, and whereas the amount of taxes which may be raised within the 10 mils limitation will be insufficient to provide an adequate amount for the necessary requirements of the Village of Green Hills, Hamilton County, Ohio, and whereas the Hamilton County Auditor has certified to the Village Council that the dollar amount of revenue that would be generated by a levy of tax at a rate not exceeding 0.70 mils for each $1 valuation equals $37,811 based upon the total estimated tax valuation of the village of $90,677,850, and whereas the Village Council desires to submit the 0.70 mil recreation levy to the electors of the entire Village of Green Hills, Hamilton County, at the general election to be held on November 4th, 2025. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Green Hills, Hamilton County, Ohio, 2/3 of all members elected thereto concurring. Section 1, this council finds it necessary and the Hamilton County Board of Elections proceed to levy a tax in excess of the 10 mils limitation for the benefit of the entire territory of the Village of Green Hills, which exist only within Hamilton County pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 5705.19H for recreational purposes in the municipal corporation at a rate not exceeding 0.70 mils per each $1 of taxable value, which amounts to $12 for each $100,000 of the county auditor's appraised valuation for 5 years. Section 2, that the question of the renewal levy be submitted to the electors of the entire territory of the Village of Greenhills at the November election to be held at the usual voting places within said Village of Greenhills on the 4th day of November 2025. Section 3, that said tax levy be placed upon the tax list for tax year 2025, first due in calendar year 2026, if a majority of the electors voting thereon vote in favor thereof. Section 4, that the clerk of council of the Village of Greenhills be and is hereby directed to certify a copy of this resolution to the Hamilton County Auditor and to the Board of Elections, Hamilton County, Ohio, and to place on the ballot for renewal levy and proceed with the submission of the question of the tax for the electors of the entire territory of the Village of Greenhills. Section 5, that it is found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the adoption of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all deliberations of this council and of any of its committees that resulted in such formal action were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 6, that this resolution shall be effective immediately upon its adoption. Mr. Mayor, I move to adopt this resolution.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comments?
I do have one question. I know that the church building that we have for sale that's for sale within the village, is one of the voting places. If that sells before the November election, how will that impact that being a voting place?
I guess the Board of Elections will have to look for another place or combine them over at the community center. We wouldn't have anything to do with that, but yeah,
Okay.
they have to find another location.
Or if it sells, possibly the people might be willing to rent again to the Board of Elections.
Okay, is that something that we handle or that the Board of Elections
Board of
they'll handle and they'll let us know?
Board of Elections.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Clerk, poll the council.
Mr. Borner?
Aye.
Ms. Wather?
Aye.
Ms. Hudson?
Aye.
Mr. Holter?
Aye.
Ms. Hermes?
Aye.
Okay. Resolution number 2025-R08-F passes. Next resolution, number 2025-R09-S, authorizing the municipal manager to enter into a contract with the Greenhills Volunteer Fire Department, Inc. for fire and emergency protection services. Mr. Halter.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have resolution number 2025-R09-S, authorizing the municipal manager to enter into a contract with the Greenhills Volunteer Fire Department, Inc. for fire and emergency protection services. Whereas the Village of Greenhills, Ohio, and the Greenhills Volunteer Fire Department, Inc. have previously entered into an agreement for the provision of fire and emergency services. And whereas the Village of Greenhills, Ohio desires to retain the Greenhills Volunteer Fire Department, Inc. to provide such services to the residents of Greenhills, Ohio. And whereas the parties now desire to enter into a new structure of agreement for said services. And whereas the Village Council has reviewed the proposed contract and has determined that it is in the best interest of the village to enter into such agreement pursuant to the terms and conditions set forth therein. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Greenhills, Ohio, members elected thereto concurring. Section 1, that the municipal manager is hereby authorized on behalf of the Village of Greenhills to enter into the contract for fire and emergency protection, substantially in the form of the agreement attached hereto as Exhibit A, which is attached hereto and made a part hereof. Section 2, that the municipal manager is further authorized to execute any and all related documents, including but not limited to a vehicle lease, in order to fulfill said contract. Section 3, that the finance director is authorized to make all payments pursuant to the terms of said contract. Section 4, that this resolution shall be in effect from and after the earliest period allowed by law. Mr. Mayor, I move that we adopt this resolution.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comments?
Just thank you for all the work on it.
Clerk poll the council.
Ms. Hudson,
Aye.
Mr. Warner,
Aye.
Ms. Walther,
Aye.
Ms. Hermes,
Aye.
Mr. Holter.
Aye.
Resolution number 2025-R09-F passes. Okay, the next resolution, number 2025-R10-CD, authorizing the municipal manager to enter into a lease agreement with Grace Works Enhanced Living. Mr. Bond.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Resolution number 2025-R10-CD, authorizing the municipal manager to enter into a lease agreement with Graceworks Enhanced Living. Whereas the Village of Greenhills, Ohio is the owner of certain property commonly known as Malloy's, and whereas the Village of Greenhills, Ohio desires to lease said property to an appropriate user, and whereas the Village Council has reviewed the proposed lease and has determined that it is in the best interest of the village to enter into such agreement pursuant to the terms and conditions set forth therein. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Greenhills, Ohio, members elected thereto concurring, Section 1, that the municipal manager is hereby authorized on behalf of the Village of Greenhills to enter into a lease agreement substantially in the form of the agreement attached hereto as Exhibit A, which is attached hereto and made a part hereof. Section 2, that the municipal manager is further authorized to execute any and all related documents in order to fulfill said lease. Section 3, that this resolution shall be effective from and after the earliest period allowed by law. Mr. Mayor, I move that we adopt this resolution.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comments?
I just want to say thanks again for all of your hard work. I know it's something that you've worked a lot behind the scenes, and just another thing that I think the residents don't understand how much goes into it, especially having applicants and having people fall through and trying to do your due diligence of, do they actually have the assets, and does their business perform in a way that would be beneficial to the village. So I'm excited about them coming and just grateful for all your guys' work.
Okay. Clerk poll the council.
Mr. Holter,
Aye.
Ms. Hermes,
Aye.
Ms. Walther,
Aye.
Ms. Hudson,
Aye.
Mr. Warner,
Aye.
Okay, resolution number 2025-R10-CD passes. Next resolution, 2025-R11-F, declaring certain village property as surplus property and authorizing the municipal manager to properly dispose of said property. Ms. Walter.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Whereas council has determined that there is a certain village property that is not needed or is unfit for public use as set out in Ohio Revised Code, Section 721.15. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Greenhills, Ohio, members elected thereto concurring. Section 1, that the village property listed below is declared to be surplus property, no longer needed for municipal purposes or unfit for public use. Assortment of surplus kitchen equipment and catering supplies from the banquet hall, a 2006 Ford Explorer, and the VIN is 1FMEU73E56UA 19022. Section 2, that the municipal manager is hereby authorized to sell said property, the estimated value of which may be more than $1,000. Section 3, that the municipal manager is further authorized to utilize any internet auction services available in order to dispose of said property. Section 4, that the municipal manager is further authorized to use any other method deemed appropriate and necessary by the municipal manager in order to dispose of said property in order to obtain the most value for said property. Section 5, that this resolution shall take effect and be enforced from and after the earliest period allowed by law. Mr. Mayor, I would like for you to accept the vote on this particular resolution, 2025 R11F.
We have a second?
Seconded.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded. Any comments? Clerk, poll the council.
Mr. Halter?
Aye.
Ms. Hermes?
Aye.
Mr. Borner?
Aye.
Ms. Swather?
Aye.
Ms. Hudson?
Aye.
Okay, resolution number 2025-R11-F passes. Next resolution number 2025-R12-SNS, resolution authorizing assessments on certain properties in the village of Greenhills. Ms. Hermes.
Thank you. Resolution number 2025 R12 SNS, resolution authorizing assessments on certain properties in the village of Green Hills. Whereas the village has given proper notice to the owners of certain real property in the village of Green Hills regarding the removal of vegetation, refuse, garbage, and/or debris from the properties listed below. And whereas the owners of said properties did not take action to remedy the violations, and therefore the village of Green Hills contracted to remove vegetation, refuse, garbage, and/or debris, and now seeks to collect said expenses by authorizing the placement of a lien upon the lands and collected as other taxes. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Green Hills, Ohio, Section 1, that the Village Council hereby certifies that the costs of such labor, together with the expenses relative thereto, be filed on the return and statement to the Hamilton County Commissioners as an assessment against the properties listed and placed as a lien against the properties by the Auditor of Hamilton County, Ohio, as follows. Parcel number 597-0080-0199-00, address 5 Briarwood Lane, owner Sacred Homes LLC, cost $473.72. That's $473.72. Parcel number 597-0060-0137-00, address 6 Deer Hill Lane, owner Montgomery Street Homes, cost $216.93, for a total of $690.65. Section 2, all amounts collected as a result of this resolution shall be placed into the general fund of the Village of Green Hills. Section 3, this resolution shall be effective immediately upon its passage. Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution.
I second it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any comments? All right, clerk, poll the council.
Ms. Hudson?
Aye.
Ms. Swather?
Aye.
Ms. Hermes?
Aye.
Mr. Borner?
Aye.
Mr. Halter?
Aye.
Okay, resolution number 2025-R12-SNS passes. Next thing on the agenda, do any council members have any comments they want to make?
New business.
Oh, that's right, new business,
New
you want to
business.
make a motion? Right.
Make a motion that we form the Green Hills America 250 Committee.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor, voice vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, we have a committee and we have a volunteer for that. And start working. All right, the next year we'll have a 250th birthday party here. Okay, this is an opportunity for citizens to comment on matters before council when recognized.
We're going to do council comments and
Oh.
municipal calendar first.
That's right.
Sorry.
Back to the council comments. Does anybody have any comments?
No, sir.
Okay, calendar.
We have the next Safety Committee meeting is August 26th at 5:30 PM. That's a Tuesday.
Oh,
Um,
Services and Streets will meet Tuesday, 8/26 at 6 PM or after the Safety Committee.
And community development plans to meet August 12th at 5:30.
And I just looked on my calendar, school does start for Winton Woods on Monday, August 18th.
And August 5th is Cooking with Cops.
Cooking with Cops, 6 to 8.
And then August 23rd is the Resident Appreciation Day at the pool, 5 to 8. Rain date is August 30th.
Mr. Mayor, I had a question. With school starting, do we know when they'll do the final paving of Farragut? And
Not for sure yet. It'll be before that.
oh, okay.
Okay. Now, this is a time for citizens. See, I promised the guy running the cable TV that I wouldn't allow the meeting to run too long. Okay. For citizens to comment on matters before council, when recognized, please come forward to the podium, complete the sign-in sheet, verbally indicate if you're a resident of Greenhills, and state your comments. If you have questions, the questions will be recorded and referred to the manager's office for a response. This will allow time for thoughtful and thorough consideration to be given to each question. Council meetings are recorded for ease of transcription. Comments are limited to 4 minutes. Speakers may not yield any or all of their time to other speakers.
Still there.
Take it back around. I'm just joking.
Did you see what was in the corner of your head notes?
Yeah.
Your cat's up there again.
Ready?
Ready?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Monique Mason-Halter, Greenhills resident. As I've mentioned at past council meetings, there are federal bills being rushed through that will eliminate municipal control over the installation of wireless infrastructure, including small cell towers and antennas. At these meetings, I've provided you with printed materials from different sources to take with you and review. And an article published on July 17th in Pots and Pans, new proposed FCC poll rules. It states that the FCC is asking for feedback for additional questions and includes clarification of earlier orders on FCC docket number 17-84, removing barriers to broadband deployment and investment. Among these newly proposed rules, the FCC is proposing that there be no limits on applications. A poll owner can't set a limit on the size or the frequency of requests from an attacher for poll attachments. Of course, there are other newly proposed rules that further limit municipal authority. I ask that you review the FCC docket and consider submitting feedback on behalf of our village. I'd also like to thank council members again for passing a protective ordinance to regulate small cell tower deployment in our village, and for writing a letter to the FCC, Federal Communications Commission, to ask that the agency comply with the 2021 court order to address scientific evidence related to the health and environmental impacts of RF wireless radiation. There are now 17 Ohio state lawmakers who have also sent letters to the agency, including Representative Abrams and Senator Blessing, who represent us here, Senate Health Committee Chairman Huffman, House Health Committee Chairwoman Schmidt, and Vice Chairwoman Dieter, along with other Health Committee members and also members of the House of Representatives Children and Human Services Committee.
Ohioans have been asking our federal lawmakers to write to the FCC as well, but so far none have been willing to do this. Perhaps it would help if local lawmakers like you would also ask them. Hint, hint. I ask again also that council members consider strengthening our municipal ordinance to prevent unnecessary and/or unsafe wireless deployment in the village. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Hi guys.
Hey.
First of all, there was something addressed towards me earlier. Something about emails. I didn't quite catch it.
I was just mentioning that I think you emailed me this morning and I haven't had time to work on it yet.
Okay.
But that I will.
First of all, a couple questions. What necessitates getting a zoning compliance certification? Like, is it only new construction, modifications? Is it the downspouts? I mean, like, I have no sense of what meets that requirement to be reviewed. So that's one question I have. The other, what's the approved stormwater discharge point, such as the stormwater sewer? Are there any other approved points, other than that? And if so, what went into approving that? What steps were taken to research that as an approved site?
Can I ask a favor? I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Could you?
Paul.
Paul, thank you. Maybe missed it, but.
Oh, I didn't say it.
Okay.
I sent three links to everybody, like an hour before, short videos I just threw together. Just adding to what I've already said and shared. But, I'm here today because I don't know what needs to happen for something to be inspected. I am being flooded. I have videos of surging water. Every downspout has been modified. There's no oversight. There's a French drain that runs perpendicular to the road that discharges towards my lot. I've never seen a French drain ever designed that doesn't go into the street. I mean, I walk my dog and there's nothing but little holes by the sidewalk where everybody else takes their water to the street. Not my neighbor. I have mass erosion directly on my property line, debris, stones, shards of pottery that just don't end. I don't even know what that's about. Flood videos, violations of diverting a downspout to my away from my neighbor's house towards mine. I asked that on April 3rd, seems to be a falsification to a government official when my neighbor stated that both of his gutters drained to the street, which wasn't the case, and which was verified literally a couple hours later by Ms. Kovac. And there's been just all types of construction, changes to everything. What can happen, what needs to happen for there to be an inspection? Nothing has changed. There's new construction, renovations, modifications, additions that change, French drain that changed the natural flow, the historical flow, as I was told, was not permitted to change. So, I mean,
Tie that into the
street.
You know, last meeting, there was a report that was supposed to be done. Where's this report?
Well, I think there was a committee to be formed. Is that, Yvonne, is that correct?
I'm sorry.
Was a committee to be formed to look into this issue? I thought you guys talked about it.
No, I thought we were gonna discuss it at the committee.
Oh,
Were we?
maybe
I took
that's,
it to, what do you wanna do?
I
Well,
thought
we
had
can
some-
discuss it in the committee.
What committee?
Which one?
Streets and
Well,
services.
Probably
not
streets.
really.
It would be planning commission or.
No.
No,
What was that?
I actually thought we were gonna talk about it at the last work session, but it was not brought
yeah.
up.
Why don't we do
How
it
about
in the
next
work
work
session?
Yeah.
Mr. Lee's provided some
It
photographs.
should have
so-
happened, because I know that was discussed, that we were gonna look into it further. I know that there was some research into the communication that's gone back and forth. I understand your frustration. I mean, you're just trying to solve a problem, and we need to get to the bottom of it. I was under the impression we were gonna have something by today, but we definitely will be on the next work session, and you can attend that if you would like.
Yeah.
Because it's an open meeting, all meetings are open, so.
You're talking about the second Tuesday of the month?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want to do it next Tuesday, I'll plan to be there and be prepared.
That'd be Tuesday, August 12th.
August 12th, yeah.
What time?
It's
Seven.
7. It's just that this is a 5 Tuesday month, so I don't want you to think it's every other. It's the second and fourth. So it's the second Tuesday is August 12th.
Okay. Well, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else? Okay. Meeting adjourned.
Is that from the Coco? Okay.